Hi, my name is Katie, and what I'd like to talk to you about today are certain encounters with police officers. Generally, there are 3 or so categories, and the first is a consensual interaction. So consensual is exactly what it means. You're consenting to that. It can be any number of different things. So for example, if an officer knocks on your door and says, hey, there was something going on last night, did you hear anything? That's consensual. You don't have to answer his questions. You don't have to let him in. After a traffic stop, once you've been given your identification and your insurance information back, the officer may say, hey, can I ask you a few questions? That's consensual. You don't have to stay. So the biggest identifier is whether or not you have to stay. So if an officer is asking you questions and you don't know if it's consensual or not, always respectfully, of course, say, officer, is this a request or a command? If an officer asks you something that you don't want to answer and you believe it's a consensual answer, the appropriate response would be respectfully, officer, I don't have to answer that. There are some tips for consensual interaction. Of course, always be polite and courteous. At this point, you would not be required to show an ID because you're consenting to this. You haven't done anything. You're not suspected of having done anything that would give them any reason to ask for your identification. You don't actually need an attorney at this point. An officer can engage conversation with you for any reason or no reason at all. If you're not actually, criminal activity, you wouldn't be entitled to know. You do have rights, even if
don't have to answer those questions. And refusing consent to search, for example. If the officer says, hey, would you mind if I search your car? You can say no, and that doesn't give him probable cause. If you have questions about this or anything else, please feel free to contact us today. Thank you.